How's it going, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing a Revo 3.3 transmission. This is the forward only transmission. It's out of the 5308 2008 model that I picked up not too long ago. And a lot of you guys out there are scared to even take apart the transmission. You're thinking it's probably like a car transmission, there's like 8,000 billion moving parts. No, it's not like that. Works in the same principle, but it's not quite like that. So I've gone ahead and I've taken out all the screws, as you can see right here, here, all the way around. I think there's 6 in total. I've taken out the slip clutch. I should hope you know how to do that, because it's a part that wears quite a bit. Mine doesn't look too bad. Not a lot of glare on the pads. Camera won't focus today. Now it says on the transmission not to oil, but I went ahead and this isn't after-run oil if anybody's wondering. It's WD-40 in here. I just find it more convenient to put it in this bottle. So I got one hand here, so it's going to be a little difficult. That's why I took it apart already. So we're going to go ahead and take apart the transmission, the case, split the case. Alright. So as you can see, you take the small part of the case up first. Now when you take this apart for the first time, it's going to try and grab all the gears because the bearings are new and everything pressed on. So you go ahead and take the part off, just like that. Inside, you'll see a little washer right here that goes on the big gear right there. So when you put it back together, I'll show you all that later. Make sure you don't lose that. It's quite important. So next, we're going to take the big gear off here. And right here, let's pull them apart, nice and slow. Make sure you're lining up all your parts to know how it went together. There's first and second gear. And this is your center. This is your drive gear. So the brake pads right there. Or brake rotor, sorry. This one's usually a little harder to take out. You're going to have to jiggle it a little bit. And you pop your brake disc out. Make sure you sand down your disc and do all your pad maintenance if you have this all apart. Now, I've been running this truck for about, I don't know, 3 months since new. And it's winter time, by the way, and I've already got dirt. I've already cleaned this. I've had this apart already before I took this video. There was quite a bit of dust and dirt inside, and that's really bad. As you can see, the center bearing here, the outer bearing here are good. They're in good condition. I don't feel any sand in them, but the drive bearing, where the U-joints and everything are on the bottom, that's got quite a bit of sand in it and everything. There's no fixing that. I've tried oiling it, but it's going to blow eventually soon. I don't have the part with me here. So make sure to look for that. So clean out your case with a rag or something, a clean rag. Just throw a little bit of oil in it, just a little bit. Cover a little bit of gears, inspect your gears, make sure there's nothing wrong with them. The whole point of it is just make it all clean. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done all that. Let's put it back together. So, you're going to grab your drive gear, that's this one. Now, some of you might have the center differential on here. Make sure that goes in first, just like that, right there. This one's usually tricky, like I said. Now, I don't know how many times I've done this. Get everything all back together and you forget to put the brake rotor back in. Make sure you do that. It's kind of important. You gotta have brakes on these things. Learn that the hard way. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Sorry if the video's a little shitty. This gives you a basic idea when you're taking this apart. You know what to expect when you take it apart. There we go. So that'll look like that. Now don't worry if the brake is sliding like this. As you can see, this isn't turning the drive. There's two little screws, and they go inside these little slots, just like that, and that'll hook it up to the drive line, so then it'll actually stop the truck. So after you have that, you grab your first, second gear right here, slide it in the center right there. Just like that. See it? And right here, short end. The piece where you usually put your Allen wrench in to adjust your slipper clutch. That'll be right here. Slide that in. Just like that. You'll have to fidget with it quite a bit. There we go. Just like that. Primary gear. Make sure it goes flat end, this way, up, just like that, not this way, this way. And that's your transmission, all back together, just like that. Slide the casing back on. Now usually, I've seen guys just slip these things on, no problem. It doesn't really work out that way, usually. Quite a bit of fidgeting. Slide it down, just like that. Thanks for watching.